Hello you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So see how I turn this to this. So let's go. The first thing I did was to iron the material that was going to bring out the bow, and I used organza. I bought it for 315 naira per yard, and I used 3 yards because I wanted the bow to be full very well. So when you are ironing, please use low heat because it burns easily. Now this is the clothes, and I initially chose this style, but I realized that I don't think I'll be able to be wearing camisole under it every time because of heat. So I took the remaining material and I decided to use it to cover up that slit because I can never wear something like that outside. I can't expose my body like that. So I started sewing it. I threaded my needle. I started sewing it like this, and I realized that my sewing might not be neat enough. So I turned it over and then I started sewing it from inside. So if you can see, I made sure that the sewing was not showing outside. I made sure the sewing was not showing outside it. If you can see that the thread was not showing outside at the other part. So I made sure that it was an inner sewing I was doing. The method of sewing I used was back stitch. So that's what I use in sewing. Usually I always use back stitches because I feel like they are stronger and they will last more. Alright, so all done. We have sewn it and you can see the results. Although it was not perfect, but I know that if I use an iron, it will probably come out better, but it was still okay like this. It was still good like this, and when I wore it, I felt covered up, like my body was covered. So this is the bridge that we'll use in making the bow. So I had to sew the ends of the bridge so that it will not look unneat. So I needed it to look neat and tidy, and then I just folded it at the back, and then I sewed the two sides. So this is the material I used for the bow, the organza material. After I ironed it, I took the longer part, I folded it into two. Then I folded it into another two again. After folding it into two vertically, I folded it into two horizontally, then I folded it into two vertically again, then I folded it into two horizontally and another horizontally, and then I held the middle together, and simple, voila, our bow was formed. So I took the bridge that I had made earlier and then I used it to neatly hold the bow together. Not want to leave the middle of your bow at this time so that it doesn't lose and you have to form it again. So I tied it firmly at the back, and I tied it in such a way that it won't be obvious in the front. I cut the excess of the fabric, and then I wore the dress to determine where I wanted the bow to stay, and then from there I like started sewing the bow to the part of the dress I wanted the bow to stay. So I sewed it as firm as I could. Please try to sew it about like 10 times so that it will be firm enough and it will not just be wobbly or it will not stand firm. Try to sew it in like different places of the bow, but ensure that when you are sewing it, what you are sewing is not reflecting out, like where the bow is going to show. So here is the end result. I tried to make it as neat as I could. I couldn't do more than this. My head was aching. I was just but I think it's beautiful like this. I think it's okay as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and don't forget to expect the next video. Until next time, bye.